Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 15 of the Secrets of the Atlas League here on Ruthless SSF. So, Power Siphon Mines, probably not a surprise to anyone, but they are fantastic. Having a great time mapping with them. My wand is pretty horrible, but even with that, I'm still mapping very well. Single target is good. It's probably at this point slightly better than my Crackling Lance character, but it's not that much better. But anyway, I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. So right now I'm farming some tier 11, tier 12 maps, going to 13, 14 every once in a while. I'm mostly just focusing on getting XP and just, I just need a few more skill points to make the character feel better. But the way things are going right now, I do want to reroll because this character so far is just like everything I wanted for a fast mapper, but I really need a bosser, which granted if I push this character to like level 90 or something, it'll probably do a good job of that. But I have some really cool stuff to use. I mean, I'm wearing the ring because like I don't know, man. It feels bad to have it sitting in my stash. And, free rarity is also pretty good. So, anyway, to reroll, I need one of these things. I need to drop a Herald of Purity, a Pride, or a Wrath. If I get any of those auras, I'm probably going to instantly reroll. Now, there are obviously other things I could get that'll make me reroll, but for now, that's pretty much the only thing I'm looking for. Well, things. I'm not really doing any of the memory stuff right now. I'm just focusing on getting levels for this character, mainly gem levels. Funny enough, the added lightning damage support gives me way more damage per level than the actual skill power siphon itself, which means I'm probably not going to double corrupt it. I got another Darkness Enthroned, which was terrible, and we got our first Stygian Vise of the league, which I'm very happy about. I'm going to spend a bunch of currency trying to craft it. It's probably going to be a long time before I get anything usable, but I mean, like, just having the Stygian Vise feels so nice. Other than that, I am getting some decent rares to stockpile in my stash. I would like to roll another character here just to, like, I don't know. You know me, I like to have a lot of characters in maps so I can bounce between them. But I'm mostly just focusing on this character. I took down Drox, he did kill me 3 times, but overall the fight went pretty well. We've talked about this in the past in other series, but like, just the ability to attack from far away is so ridiculously powerful in this game. And that's one of the biggest things about Crackling Lance is you have to stand still and attack. Anyway, since I just leveled up, I decided to do another memory with a bunch of scarabs attached to it, and it's a pretty rippy map. I mean, it's got triple curse on it, and it's a tier 15, or sorry, it's a tier 16. We got a singular scouting report, and funny enough, we did not die a single time in the entire map. I'll tell you right now, if my Crackling Lance character did that map, he would have died like 3 or 4 times, guaranteed. The singular scouting report did in fact give me a unique map that I needed, which is fantastic. Like, we're at this point in the league, this is the start of the 3rd week, where every single skill point you can get for your Atlas tree is huge. It makes a really big difference. You might not notice it immediately, but trust me, it adds up very quickly. After doing that mission, Kirak just randomly had another unique map that I needed, which is amazing. This map is terrible. I don't need to tell you that. It is a little bit better if you're using this trap because, with traps in mind, you can just throw it at her and just kill her. You don't have to worry about, like, chasing her down, getting inside the temporal shield or whatever. I did get a memory map from Kirak, and I deleted all of my XP because not only was it crit, but it was turbo and onslaught. And unfortunately, it was also a chance to drop Corrupted, so I never got to see the ring because it died. I did get another singular scouting report from Blight. I'm telling you, man, Blight is fantastic. It's giving me a bunch of gold, a bunch of just like random currency items, a bunch of random items. Fantastic. Use that scouting report, got another unique map, and I did forget to record it, so I apologize for that. But we did complete it, no problem there. Not too long after that, I ended up getting a unique ring that I've been looking for. I don't necessarily need it right now, but funny enough, we got it from a Kirak mission. Valeko's Sign not only gives you lightning damage, but it also gives you lightning leech. Now, leech isn't necessarily busted or anything like that, but for a lot of my characters that I want to roll, they're really janky, and the thing with Ruthless, especially in SSF, is usually when you want to play a janky character, it's already going to be an uphill battle. So every little problem you can solve makes a huge difference. I rolled a decent Stygian. I can't roll over tier 1 life. I just can't do it. So after messing around on POB for a little while, not only would any of those auras prompt a reroll, but there's also a unique pair of gloves and a unique one-handed sword. If I got either of those things, or any of the auras I mentioned earlier on, I would probably instantly reroll. Now, I'm not going to say that any of the characters would be good. One of them is almost certainly going to be hot garbage. but it's going to use a weapon I never get to use, and it would be really funny if it actually worked. So right now we're looking for either any one of 3 auras or any one of 2 different uniques. And if I get any of those, I expect the reroll. Even if I do end up rerolling a character, though, we are 62% of the way to 84 right now. And if I could just get this character some more levels, and mainly some gem levels, this character is going to feel incredible. I don't know if it's ever going to be a good bosser, but it's already fantastic at mapping, and it's only going to get better with levels. And of course, my weapon is pretty terrible. Obviously, I have a list, like I just talked about, stuff I want, uniques and auras and whatever, but there are always like random chase. Is that 19% quality? Okay. There's always like random chase uniques, not necessarily powerful ones, but ones that just enable really janky characters that you know I love playing. I'm not really necessarily hunting for them or anything like that, but I would like to find them. I do have a mediocre Abla temple here, nothing too crazy, just a tier 3 ghost room, which obviously isn't very special. But you never know, sometimes Alva drops you some pretty awesome uniques. This time around, she gave me some hot garbage, but hey, whatever, man, free dust. It's kind of like, obviously, boats are busted, and I really hope they nerf them some more. But I am kind of happy that they're in the game because it gives you so many, like, just resource dumps, dump extra uniques, dump influence gear you're not going to use, or, just like dump a bunch of maps you're not going to use to your map runners. And that feels really good. Also, I fully committed to Essence, except for the one that makes the bosses have your Essence because it's too rippy. And Essence is paying off pretty big so far. And of course, I'm doing Harvest to reroll my Essence. That way I can try to get the ones I want. Unfortunately, though, we're not getting the flat lightning damage, but we'll get it eventually. Decided to do some crafting here. Maybe I could hit a jewel that'll give me a bunch of damage. And I do have a Darkness and Throne. It's not very good. It's only 75%. But honestly, if I could just get 2 really good jewels, even with 75%, the Darkness and Throne will do work. I really need a phasing jewel, so I figured let's just go for it. And of course, I found it. Nothing happened. Whatever. Could be worse. I know it's not like as chase as like a corrupting blood immunity jewel, but having a phasing jewel every league is a big deal. It helps you so much. There are so many characters, especially for really fast map runners. Like for example, let's say I remade my. If you remember from the Lost Descendants League, I was playing the Transfigured Scourge Arrow build, which basically shoots arrows everywhere. It's a really good farmer, and if I have phasing on that, it feels amazing. I did end up grabbing Flame Wall. I'm not even entirely sure if Flame Wall works, but if it does, it'll just give me a nice little boost in damage. I am going to have to change my skill tree a little bit. Not my skill tree, but my skill buttons at the bottom right there, just because it's kind of clunky having an extra button, but I'll figure it out. I did hit level 85, you saw a clip ago, which is pretty nice. I'm leveling up pretty quickly. I don't really die very often. Like, I've said it probably 20 times this league, but the only thing I die to is mercenaries. Every once in a while, I do die to the tier 14 spider boss, but it's mostly just if the rares have, like, really crazy mods that makes me die. Also, I was supposed to get, like, this boss was supposed to have, like, a synthesis boss with it, but it didn't happen, which is kind of lame. I know it doesn't, like, drop their uniques or whatever, but it would have been cool. That staff was insanely close to being amazing. Right here, I'm trying to test if Flame Wall is actually working, and at first I was pretty convinced it wasn't, but then when I started fighting the boss and I noticed that I was igniting her, I was like, okay, it's definitely working. I have 0 fire damage on anything, so it's 100% working. Doing some more harvest swapping. I really want to craft a new wand. I mean, my wand isn't like the worst one in the entire world, but it's pretty bad. It's like 200 LE DPS or something like that. It's pretty abysmal. But even with that, as you can see, my single target is not horrendous. My map clearing, my map clear speed is amazing. Got some more Kirak missions saved up. And I went and did a quest, and I got a BP, which is pretty cool. I didn't run that one, but I did run a different one. And unfortunately, it was a pretty lame blueprint, but I did get a Bitter Dream. Bitter Dream is really nice. You can just vendor it for gems. And I got an amazing leveling ring. So overall, I can't be too, mad. I was going to say sad, but I got the Blast Rain of Charthus, which was a pretty fun looking gem. Not saying I'm definitely going to play it, but it does look pretty fun. I love damage over time characters, and it has been a very long time since I have played a damage over time bow character. So definitely looking forward to that. So I did drop the Maelstrom of Chaos map that you saw back there, but I totally forgot that I had it until I started making this video. So yeah, after I make this video, I'm definitely going to go run that. I did end up fighting the boss of Loneliness, or whatever his name is. It did take me a little while, but it was definitely faster than Crackling Lance. mainly because of my DPS uptime. The Skitterbot's belt looks awesome. I really want to use this for something, especially if I could get like Winter Weave for reverse chill or whatever. That would be sick. That looks like a really fun belt to play around with. And the score, like getting free Scorch on everybody is absolutely insane. We definitely have to find a use for it. I really love all the new memory, by the way. I really love all these new uniques we're getting. Like a lot of them so far seem really powerful, but they also seem pretty janky, and they all come with a downside you have to overcome, which I really like. I got a 2 minimum frenzy charge shield from Veritania, which is actually pretty amazing. I mean, yeah, the dream would be to recombine it with something, but I might not even do that. Just getting 2 frenzy charges for minimum is like ridiculous. I don't think you understand how much power that is. Anyway, I got a corrupting temple here and a swap. Figured I'd swap first in case I got a unique that I cared about. And funny enough, we did get another Dodre's Tenure, which is an amazing pair of gloves for me. It's not, I don't want to say it's my end game gloves, because I would eventually like to find something better, drop some damage for more survivability. Got 2 supports I needed, by the way. But for now, it's great. They turned into a pair of socks, which I can't complain about. At the like, you know, at their worst, I can just use them for incredible leveling gloves. Like, just think, for now on, this entire league, whenever I roll a new character, once I hit level 12, I have a 4 link that's all white sockets. Like, that's pretty nice. I'm not complaining about that. Doing some fighting ones here. I'm pretty convinced that like the Tornado one is going to be better for Power Siphon than just the generic spell damage. I could be wrong. I haven't POB'd it or anything like that, but it just feels like it's gotta be more damage. It's so much more flat, especially when you factor in that my mercenary is giving me lucky because, you know, he has the toe on. So I could be wrong, but I'm going to keep crafting them anyway because I kind of feel like it. That's a okay, Jewel. And it's dead. Hey, if you made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 86, 57% of the way to 87. I am loving this character. It's everything that I wanted for a fast map farmer. And the single target DPS is actually pretty good. The only downside is I have a ton of buttons I gotta click, but to be honest, it's really not even that bad. I don't have to use Flame Wall except for like really tanky mobs or like, you know, like a Guardian or Conqueror or whatever. But other than that, I don't really use it. And of course, the Sniper's Mark, you're pretty much only using that once per fight, so it's really not too bad. If you look at my wand, it's pretty terrible. I mean, yeah, sure, it could be worse, but yeah, it's pretty bad. But I'm not complaining. I mean, I've already done like some pretty rippy content, some pretty strong like bosses and whatever, and so far it feels fine. I am using the Venter's Gamble because for one, it's giving me what, 61 rarity. I have actually 0 without it. So, I mean, that's ridiculous by itself. It's giving me a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of damage. It's not really too much. But the main thing is the rarity. The reservation's kind of nice, too. It doesn't make a huge difference on this character, but it does help. Fury Valve is ridiculous. There are definitely some, like, anoints I could take that would probably give me more damage, but I am never going to change the anoint on this. 10 all-res and a bunch of accuracy is everything I need. My stash is looking a little bit better than it was before. I will say, though, I'm deleting alchemies left and right. I keep trying to craft some wands, and so far, it's not going too well. Obviously, like, in a dream world, the best way to craft this would be with Delve, because I could just, like, get the fossil that says no caster modifiers, which would be insane. But even with that, it's not a guarantee. I still think, like for me anyway, I'm not saying it's the best overall. My best bet is to try to just get a really nice wailing, or sorry, Essence of Wrath here. Just get like a Screaming or even better if possible. I think that's my best bet. Because imagine if I put like 200 flat lightning damage on a wand, it's gonna feel incredible. I've even gotten to the point where I might even just like throw one of these on a wand just to get like a nice flat cold damage. I don't think it'll be worth it though. I think it's better just to save this and roll it with Harvest, but I don't know, we'll see. My maps, I've been running a ridiculous amount of maps, and I've kind of fallen down a little bit just because I've been doing some really dumb stuff. I do have that unique map that I totally forgot about, and I guess I have a memory. I did not know I had that. Once I level up, I'll do the memory, probably try to fight the Elder Guardian here. I have one more, or sorry, I'm one fragment short of a Shaper fight, which I feel like this character should be able to do, but I'm not entirely sure. My gem tab is looking beautiful. I have gems all over the place. Oh my god. Whenever I see this, just like gems everywhere, I feel so happy inside. I'm still missing a few, you know, just a couple random supports here and there. The main thing I'm missing, like I talked about in the beginning of the video, is auras. If I get Herald of Purity, Wrath, or I don't remember what the third one was. I need 3 auras. I can't remember what the third one is right now. But I definitely need Herald of Purity and I need Wrath. If I, oh sorry, Pride. Pride, Herald of Purity, or Wrath. Any of those three auras, if you see me drop it in the next few days, you can expect me to reroll. I'm not swearing to that. I'm not going to say I definitely will, but the odds are pretty good. I would like to play another melee character this league, but not something like, as meta. Not, like, I'm going to be honest here. When I was starting my Juggernaut, my whole plan was whatever red gem I randomized, I was going to play. But I basically, if I remember correctly, I got like no melee. I think I got the Flame Golem, something else, and Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. As soon as I saw that, I was pretty bummed out. I really did not want to play Volcanic Fissure of Snaking. I really just don't. It's not that it's a bad skill. It's obviously an amazing skill because like I had trash gear and I was still destroying everything. Obviously my damage was terrible, but I just couldn't die. But I don't know, man. It's just not a fun skill to me. It's played so much. I just couldn't get into it. So, yeah, just confessing a little bit. I did not want to play that character. But other than that, really hoping I could draw one of those, drop one of those auras or one of those uniques I mentioned earlier. I do have a nice stockpile of uniques just chilling. I mean, at some point, I'll probably try and link the Soul Mantle. I mean, when was the last time I played a totem character? Actually, I think I played one and lost the sentence. Doesn't matter. I like totems. The dream would be to use the Replica's Comb's Heart, but I mean, the odds of that are pretty small. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.